Okay, guys, today we have a slightly shorter amount of content because I want to use this video to talk about what I'm going to do with my channel because I have life stuff that I have to do, penguin life stuff, Dr. Penguin life stuff to do. So to start off, we're just going to play this gameplay and get the video in. It's a rather short video feature. I just wanted to show it because I wanted to gloat over how I beat Flash and it's like a win that I have here. It's rather quick, so it's fitting for this video purpose of me wanting to talk about what I'm going to do later at the end of the video. But for now, we'll just play this game. So this is a 8v8 or 16-player free-for-all map on Knockout. So everyone's fighting like an opponent like immediately, as in like right away. And I'm gonna leave spectators on because I thought it was pretty funny when people were like talking about it. So, you know, I know what's up. I'm like shaking because it's like I gotta play perfectly at the start, right? Unfortunately, I didn't know this, but my opponent's Flash, right? Flash actually does his build a little differently, so I didn't notice, but Win was very good. I usually just always automatically do my Solar 2 windmill opening, which is like what I do like every game, but it's actually not as fast as just building windmills and then building your what do you call it, your factory as quickly. Like it's actually a little slower in terms of building the factory, and that allows him to rush out a tick, which is like very useful in the early game here. Somehow Upside Down spectators saw this matchup and were laughing. I'm like, I don't know. Well, I mean, that's me rewatching the replay, but he gets that out really quickly. He builds a pawn first, which I think is actually the wrong choice. I think you should get the tick so that you can get there immediately and start microing that tick like mad. But doing this is also okay because what he does is, I'll just pause it here. What this allows is he's able to do this, which is a sandwich, and so now the commander, which is theoretically, at this point, if you have a bad build like me, the only defender, right? Maybe you have I mean, if it's mirrored, you know, it's not that bad because possibly the player will stack their pawn and their tick on top of each other, and you might be able to get damage. So that's like what I'm trying to talk about here. Is like he does this. He builds the pawn first, so he can have the tick and the pawn attacking at the same time, and from above and from below. And unfortunately for me, this is like rather effective in the early game. I do get a little lucky with my micro here. So I see these ticks incoming here, right? I see this coming. I start panicking. I get my pawn to try to engage here. I get my commander to try to squeeze into right here, so I can shoot both of these guys. Squeeze right through. And I was so lucky that the tick was not microed, because if you don't know, commanders can't actually really shoot over like angles like this. They can't really shoot over this. So you have to like rely on this like little tiny gap that I had here to deal with that. So I was kind of lucky. So I only lost a mex, I believe, but I did lose time, which is bad, right? But I realized, you know, I can actually come back from this. One mex down isn't that bad. You just rebuild it instantly. Like you kind of don't lose all that much. You lose like 20 mass, which is not too significant in the grand scheme of things. So I try to get my pawn out here to, you know, put some pressure on him. So I have the vision, and I keep him in his base just for a little bit. And I just move the pawn back and forth so he tries not to get as much damage. Yeah, move it back now that I use red. Looking back on this replay, I should have used the repair command, this one, the R command, a lot more. But I was kind of stressed out with the commander micro because I wanted my commander to do a whole bunch of things. So another thing, I think the what do you call it? The spectators were talking about how one of the players saying he hates what do you call it? These maces, light plasma bots. In the T1, T0 phase, when it's so early like this, plasma bots are honestly so good. They beat ticks relatively well, right? Ticks can sort of out micro, but like, you need quite a number of ticks, and if you just have a couple maces and you micro the maces pretty well, like the maces will win. They win against pawns, and you can repair them, and they have very good range, so and good HP for the tier. In the T0, when it's basically like one unit you can produce. So I was going for like a mix of like pawns, you know, equal, right? But quite quickly I remember that maces are pretty darn good against pawns, and so if my opponent is building Rocketeers and maces, then there's no point in building pawns, because pawns kind of lose to both of them if you don't build enough pawns. You need a lot of pawns to deal with these guys. So I basically switch off pawn production entirely and just go into rocket and maces. And that way, you actually have a quite potent unit composition. Funny thing here, my mace kills my own pawn there, so you know. But look, I mean, these pawns can't really get in close with the mace because the mace is just going to micro back if he tries to run in. So he's forced back. He has to regroup all his units. Flash also played greedily, and he pumped out a T1 construction bot, which is in the early game, 110 metal, and it takes like, I don't know, 20 seconds to get here, and then 20 seconds to get over here, maybe like 50 seconds over to get over here. Maybe 40. I mean, like, it's just a long rush distance. And then you have to build 50 for a metal extractor, and then that is only profitable after like 14 seconds or so, 15 seconds. The metal extractor is profitable after 15 seconds. So, I mean, that's basically a minute and a half of not having, a minute and a half of being like about 150 behind in mass, which you could have had a mace out by now, which would repel my mace attack here. See, I'm just going to be focusing basically on microing nonstop and getting these units out so I could try to get good trades. Yeah, it's about this time that I realized, all right, get rid of the pawns. These pawns weren't doing anything. We're going to go Rocketeers and Maces. And we're just using the last bit of our bank here on the units before we get our commander out. I basically decided, you know what, we're in such an early game situation that I'm basically just going to commit everything to units, and I'm just going to not deal with engineers. We're just going to try to focus down this player as quickly as possible. And basically, I just spend my whole time microing these units. I put my front line units to hotkey 1 and these guys to hotkey 2. Commander's free roam, so I just like sort of use it whenever I want to. And I just go back and forth, and just try to peck at them, peck with the long range units here, fight commands and stuff. Try to micro. I should have. I actually don't remember building that. But that's actually pretty useful for me. Yeah, the commander was able to build that. I just wanted to shut him off here. I didn't realize that he got the engineer out, but that just takes so long. He even builds a turret out there first, which is just going to take it so long for him to build that. Yeah, I just micro these units back and forth over and over. I do have my flank open here, which is kind of bad. I have one turret there. In the early game, T0 phase like this, a single turret is pretty good for base defense. I mean, but as you can see, I mean, I'm just whittling them down, just spam out those rockets and long-range projectiles and try to whittle him down. I do want to say I do make a mistake in that I don't realize that I don't recognize the HP damage on him. I don't actually check my own commander. I could just run my commander in and just gun him down, just laser him down, but I wasn't paying attention to that. I was more focused on trying to get rid of all his units here. But he keeps repairing them, so that's why I was sort of stalled for quite a while here. That comes back to bite me later because red over here had already won. I could have won by now, but I didn't notice that. Yeah, I was sort of tunnel visioning, and I really wanted to just degun the factory because I knew once I degun the factory it's over, but I forget that you can just kill the commander, and I didn't realize I had this much damage on him. And then the spectator's like, oh my god, Dr. Penguin is killing Flash. Yes, indeed. I just taking my sweet time because I don't realize I can kill him right now. I sort of forget about that. Yeah, looking back, looking back, I definitely could have run in here, but I was trying to get these flanks going. I wanted to degun that, which I actually do. If I speed up just a little bit, I should be walking up right here and back to 1 time speed. Yeah, I get the degun. And then I'm like, oh, finally, I can win. And then he explodes in front of me. I wasn't paying attention to his HP. All I knew was I degunned him, or degunned the factory, and then the commander exploded for some reason. Okay, that's rather all I wanted to show. I mean, I just wanted to be happy that I beat Flash in a 1v1 here. But if you want to watch the rest of this replay, like you want me to cast the free-for-all here, I don't know, we'll write a comment, I guess. If a couple of people say so, I'll consider making a video. I make no promises. I learned that lesson a long time ago. You can't make promises on content delivery because you always get lazy. Okay, but I wanted to talk about my life stuff. Dr. Penguins life stuff. If I recall, it should be boom. No, that's wrong. Boom. There we go. Boom. I have actually these expressions, they're called, that I don't use all that often, just because I forget about them. But yes, I do have them, and yes, we got the Doctor Gear here. Doctor Gear. Yeah. So basically, eventually, in a little bit of time here, I'm gonna go do that kind of stuff, and that's gonna take up a whole lot of time, you know. So I can't promise anything about video creation. I'll try, I guess, but you know how it is. You know how it is. So that's that, I guess. I just wanted to talk about how it's gonna take a lot of time, and so I don't know exactly how much I can upload. It probably won't be as much as I've been doing. On average, recently, I've been doing once every like 2-ish days, maybe 3, maybe less, like, plus or minus a day, right? So once every 2 days was about how I was posting. I don't know if I can do that because that requires me to make like, I don't know, like 3 or 4 videos on the weekend, and I don't know how much time I'll have in the future. Maybe I could keep it up. It'll depend. Definitely though, I'm definitely going to stop playing as much because I'm not going to be in like the lobby playing the game because that just takes way too much time at this point, or it probably will. So in my free time, I'll probably be very tired. So I'm like, okay, we're just gonna cast games and have fun and watch the YouTube stuff and make the YouTube stuff. That'll be fun. So that's what I'll be doing. The doctor is doing doctor things. I won't specify what kind of doctor because that is secret information, I guess. I don't know. So yeah, that's what I'm doing, I guess. Thanks for watching if you're a subscriber or whatever. Oh yeah, someone is about to be the 69th subscriber to my channel. If you are that person, you have a very nice number. We're getting very close to that number, so I'm stating this ahead of time. All right, thanks for watching this quick video here, this update video, I guess, and goodbye.